Greetings, citizens of Tetris. It is your old pal, Vandweller, back with more classic Tetris Monthly Das Masters for August 2025. And what we've got for you today is kind of a, a mishmash of different brackets. There's no match that's leading into another match. 4 matches overall, and just plucked from different parts of the bracket. So let me take you through what we are going to do. Well, actually, yeah, let me show you the top 16 situation that we've got. Oh, there's my handy dandy little arrow on the screen, so I can walk you through. Look at, well, I should probably do something like this, right? So here you go. So first, what we are going to do is this match here, Nenu and Torzsa. That is the first one that we're going to do. So that's a top 16 match, and that's going to lead, of course, to someone playing in the top 8. Then what we're going to do is do this one. This is going to be Morkos versus Avgeek, and again, a winner of the orange bracket will emerge and go to the top 8. Then we are going to do Leo versus Tugi. And again, another top 8 will emerge. And that person, we've already figured out who is in our blue bracket. That was either late last night or early this morning, whatever, depending on where you are or how late you stay up. So yeah, Chroma is already into the top 8. So this player here will eventually play against Chroma. And then we are going to do the Das Masters Green Preliminary Part 1, and that is this one right here, Gold versus Bendy. Now, each of these is scheduled to start like on the hour, so right now it's 11 here in Texas. The next one is scheduled to start at 12, and then 1, and then 2. So space start times like an hour apart. If the players are ready early, I'm happy to take them on. But if we end up having time in between the matches, I'm just going to stay on the same stream. It's all Das Masters. So what's the difference? And, they'll just be waiting time in between, and maybe I'll do some PB attempts or something like that. Okay. So that is the plan. Makes sense? Good. Everybody understand what we're doing? Probably not. But anyway, let's take a look at our rules. And the rules are here, and the rules say that this is a 32-player single elimination flat bracket tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris, released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System on NTSC consoles. Players can play on emulator or console, so long as the game mechanics, appearance, and statistics are unmodified on that tournament cartridge that we use. Players can use any controller so long as there's no big buttons or turbo functions used, whether electronical or mechanical or even biological. No biological turbo, because this is a DAS tournament, so players should heed the spirit of DAS, right? So DAS is the press and hold play style. It is not the slow tap your whole way through. Certainly not the hyper tap your whole way through. This is a DAS tournament. Now, DAS, of course, the play style includes a quick tap at the end. You can do it one single quick tap at the end of a piece movement. That is allowed. And yeah, that is it. So please heed the spirit of DAS. There are plenty of tournaments in the classic Tetris scene nowadays. And if you don't want to play this one, you don't want to play DAS, go play another one, okay? This is a DAS tournament. Thank you. Level 18 starts all the way through. Same piece sets re-rolled. Hertz and input display. Players, make sure those are turned on. These are best of 5, so the first to 3 wins is the winner of the match. Do not have no in-game consultation is allowed. People can coach you in between games. Just in the middle of a game, it should be you and your mind alone with the game. And if you do run into technical issues, just keep playing. Assume that your score will count. If you run into issues with OBS or internet or your computer or whatever, just keep playing. Don't pause and ask and say, was this going to count? Or, well, don't do that. Just keep playing and await further verbal or text instructions from me, Wandlerer. Okay. Oh, and the winner, by the way, gets absolutely something, and that is a share in a prize pool which has reached $711. We had a big contribution overnight from Scott Gray, I think it was. Was it Scott Gray? Let me refresh and find out here. Yeah, it was Scott Gray. And by the way, Scott Gray also did a claim code. So, you know, if Scott Gray could do a claim code, you can do a claim code. All right. This guy really helps out with these prize pools and yet stoops to do the code. So anyway, we are out of codes, but remember this for next time. Also, Nate N-Dog did the last claim code. So look at that. 2 big contributors doing their part, doing more than their part, and doing the 25 cents as well. Wow, amazing. Anyway, if you want to contribute to the prize pool, well, that's where all the funds come from. We do not have sponsors for the prize pool, anything like that. So the prize pool is 100% funded by you, the fans. Use the Matcherino command while you're watching live on Twitch or on YouTube. That'll bring up some links in the chat. The one that says DM or DAS Masters or DAS, that is the link. Click on that and you'll be taken to the landing page for our prize pool partner. Matcherino, top right hand corner, has a button that says log in. Click on that to log in. A thing will pop up, a little window with a whole bunch of different accounts that you can use to sign in instead of just making a separate Matcherino account. You can just pick one of those. Twitch, YouTube, any number of them. Click on that orange button, says contribute. Click on that, and then you can contribute from there. If you're watching after the fact and you want to go to that page, go to go.ctm.gg/das prize. All right, and thanks again, everybody who contributed to that prize pool. Huge contribution from Scott Gray. Really, really appreciate that. Wallbant hanging out in Minnesota. Oh my goodness, there's a Minnesota on the screen. Oh, we should... Got Wallband, you should quickly get a little mini soda to put on for the deciders, right? To put it on the screen like a little tiny soda. That would be good to do. Anyway, all right. That's how to support the players. To support the channel, one thing you can do is go to Patreon. Patreon.com/monthly Tetris allows you to make an ongoing pledge of support. And we've had some people contribute in the last few days, and I'll make sure to get you on this slide. I only update it every, couple of weeks, so my apologies here, but I will get you on there. And thank you to everybody who is doing that. Big shout to Scott Gray, Jay in the Window, Kanan Tacky, Corporal Shelby, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cat, Mila, and Jason. And yeah, there are other ways to support us, platform specific. YouTube, you got super chats and stickers and super whatevers. You got channel memberships, gift channel memberships. YouTube, on Twitch, you've got bits, you've got subs. You can gift a sub. And that's pretty much what you can do. Oh, Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime, Gaming Sub. Okay? And use the support command to find other ways to directly support us as well. Thank you again, everybody. All right. I'm just going to open up, see what's on our play scene, and go from there. Let me refresh both these players because I'm sure that they are here. I'm sure they wouldn't miss this for the world, right? Right? They must be here. All right. Nenu is here. Torzsa, of course, is here. So yeah, let me fix up the cams, and I don't know, we need to do a GoFundMe for Torzsa for an external webcam. All right, players, that music means it's time to drop the pieces. Dan V says, Torzsa, we will get you and webcam when I visit. Oh, that's very sweet. And I never really know what to do with Torzsa's webcam. Like, there's just no way to... Maybe I just turn this off and just go 100% black here. That's probably the best thing to do. Do you have any? Nope. What's up? Torzsa at the doctor's office. Playing out of the doctor's office. Love it. All right, so the pieces are coming, players. Hopefully that button works. Why does Torzsa not have a picture? Because I do not have a picture of Torzsa except for like a head. And I need a little bit of torso to work with, so I'm gonna have to just screen cap Torzsa's head, and then where can you send one in? Just DM me. Just a full-on picture if your rib cage up, you know, your arms at your sides as much as possible. DM me one, or DM Dan V or somebody. Alternatively, I can just screen cap your head and then just construct a torso. You need to do torso reveal. Yes, it's important. Torzsa, we've offered you a lot of latitude with the cam here, so anything you can do to help us ramp up the professionalism of the stream would be very much appreciated. So. Oh my God, torso reveal. Oh my God, dude, torso reveal for Torzsa. Oh, that's true. I could AI generate a Torzsa. Indeed, I could do that. Complete Torzsa's torso with Dan V's or something? Mr. Burrow, come on now. It's 2025. All right, players, I think that I put the pieces in chat. Did it work? It didn't work. Let me try again. There it is. 4CCA A7. 4CCA A7. Okay, it looks like both players are ready. Oh, whoops. So I say let us get them started. Torzsa and Nenu, CTM Das Masters top 16. The winner goes to the top 8. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. On the left side of your screen, it is Nenu from Indonesia. He qualified into seed number 7 with a 1.093 million average of his best 2 games played in a 1-hour qualifying period. Nenu, in virtue of his top 8 seeding, got to skip rounds 1 and round 2 entirely, got a fast track to the round of 16. And that is a big advantage in these tournaments, so it really rewards qualifying high and doing your best. That way you don't have to play those pesky early rounds. Nenu has a DAS PB of 1.31 million. That is a top 10 score. Certainly, there's only a handful of people who have a DAS 1.3. And Nenu was ranked number 14 in the most recent Premier poll for DAS players. That was the July poll. And you can find the full results, rankings, whatever, over at premierpoll.com, Premier with an E at the end. Nenu is a 2-time CTM Masters event winner. And that was back in September of 2019 and May of 2021. Until very recently, he had the record for the most time, or the longest time, in between Masters wins. That was recently eclipsed by Pixel Andy. 150 for Nenu. Tetris for Torzsa, 114. Nenu is also a winner of a couple of Challengers circuits in 2020 and 2022. He's won a couple of 3 seasons of Classic Tetris League. Early season, season 2, season 5, and then season 17. Season 17 was 2022. Those earlier seasons were back in 2019, 2020. Nenu has also been in the finals of CTM an additional 3 times over and above his wins. And he's been in DAS Masters. I guess this would be his 8th appearance in DAS Masters, and he's finished as high as runner-up, and he did that in the very first DAS Masters we did back in July of 2024, finishing second to, obviously, Pixel. And he's also been in the semifinals 2 additional times. That was January and February. And, of course, you know Nenu, maybe most famously for his being in CTWC in 2020 and 2021. The top 4 finish in 20. Top 8 finish in 21. Went out both times to Pixel Andy, actually. But of course, that famous episode where there was a power outage of some sort, and he had to travel to his friend's house, like in the middle of the tournament, carting his CRT over to another location, like right in the middle of the tournament. That was pretty crazy. 307 for Nenu, 254 for Torzsa. And on the right side of your screen, it is Torzsa, who qualified into seed number 23 with a 969,000 average of his best 2 games. Torzsa from Thailand has a DAS PB of 1.19 million. That's a top 80 score. Torzsa defeated Dylan in round 1 and Wallbant in round 2. So a couple of pretty good DAS players. Torzsa getting past to make it here to this round of 16. Torzsa has won a future circuit. That was back in January of 2022 against Xenophilius. And he's been in the Masters event. Is it Masters or is it Mega Masters? Let me check. I forgot. For some reason, my thing isn't coming up, but he has been. This had to be way back in the day, right? Oh, no, Challenger Circuit. He's not been in, as far as I know, he's not been in Masters. No, has not been in Masters. But he is making his 3rd appearance here in DAS Masters. And if he can advance to the round of 8, that will be his best performance. He's only gotten up to the round of 16. 525 here for Nenu, 474 now, 499 for Torzsa. Mojo Monkey says, also, this is Thailand versus Indonesia. That's kind of hype. 552 for Nenu, 527 for Torzsa. Yeah, it's got to be good. I like it when players from the same region get to play against one another because they don't have to make these, just ungodly sacrifices regarding the schedule. It's just a huge bummer when one player is playing at a hugely inconvenient time. So presumably both of these players are happy to play around this time. 614 for Nenu, 582 for Torzsa. And Nenu getting up a little high here on level 22, trying to bring this down. Now remember, this is a DAS tournament, so those of you who are used to seeing rolling tournaments and things like that, say, oh, why aren't they playing so high, right? Well, it's because the DAS play style is the press and hold kind of built-in piece movement mechanic that hyper tapping and rolling were designed to sort of overcome the limitations of. So by default, the game, just with the press and hold play style, does not allow you to get pieces up, you know, very high, very fast. And that is where a lot of the art of this play style comes in. 676 for Nenu. And, oh, the 5 and below for Nenu. I mean, I'm always so impressed when people can do that all the way on the left, see that next piece with DAS and be able to adjust. I mean, presumably he's got to be ready every time, you know, he's got that J piece headed to the left. You know, he's like preloaded in his mind. All right, if I do see the square, it's just happening. I know what to do. I can't do it yet. 723 for Nenu, 763 for Torzsa. There's a Tetris Torzsa, 798, 789 Nenu. Oh, so Nenu going to miss with that J piece, and that's going to create kind of an overhang that he's got to deal with. It's going to cause some burn lines here. Torzsa not quite ready in scoring position either. Yeah, Hepta with a stupid Tetris Monthly idea that requires 5 Game Genie codes. It's just not something we're going to be able to do because not everybody has Game Genie. And so I'm trying. Oh, Nenu with that left side is, yeah, that is not going to work. Nenu has topped out and Torzsa is good in game number 1. So yeah, we're not going to be able to do things that require like 5 Game Genie codes. We're trying to stick with things that can be done on the default or on the gym cartridge. Like, so hopefully people have gym. I recommend if you want to do full, you know, participation in everything, get the EverDrive, so that way you can always, you know, load ROM hacks and Game Genie and stay up to date with Tetris Gym. It is an investment, but you know, if this is a major hobby for you, then you know, people spend hundreds and thousands on major hobbies. So I think investing in the EverDrive is a good thing. Or if you're an emulator player, you don't have that problem, right? Okay, so the pieces are E5. If we could get pinners in chat. Pinners are winners, guys. Who said that yesterday? Somebody did. Your Game Genie's been gathering dust for 3 years now. I mean, you should, just get an EverDrive, you know. Crizio card is a viable alternative to EverDrive and costs about 50 euros. So, okay, there's information. E5, C2, 1B, E5, C1. Okay, looks like both players are ready. Let's get them started. Game number 2. So we've got overall 4 DAS Masters matches for you today over the span of 4 hours. Three of those are top 16 matches, so we will be filling in our top 8. And, you know, now with that 500 contribution from Scott, we're getting very close to our $1,000, or at least a bit closer to our $1,000 incentive to pay the top 8 in our prize pool. It would be a shame if we didn't hit it. So if y'all watching right now would like to support DAS Masters, want to keep this tournament going, great way to do that is to continue to fund the prize pool and hit our top 8 incentive. But yeah, I really do recommend that EverDrive, or, you know, or something like it, whatever it is. Like power pack works. Oh, Torzsa with that overhang of the T. Now, obviously, it's not in everybody's price range necessarily, but I don't know. For like a major hobby, I mean, I don't know. You could forego a couple of months of Netflix or Hulu or whatever, and help yourself get there that way. $124 for Torzsa, $143 for Nenu. Or do a fundraiser on your channel. Help your friends crowdfund you, you know? And then you can participate in everything. $125 for Torzsa, $145 for Nenu. Oh, kind of a early DAS shift for Torzsa. That's going to cause him to lose DAS and gum up the stack a bit. Madelsberger says, just lay off the avocado toast. Right. $137 Torzsa, $219 for Nenu. Hazelnut milk in the chat. Yeah, it's not Masters hazelnut milk, it's DAS Masters, but close enough. $167 for Nenu. Oh, did I say 167? I don't even know what I just said out loud. Yeah, 192 for Torzsa, 291 for Nenu. There you go. That is the correct thing. I don't know what I just said out loud. I just said words. What's up, Chen? Chen is here. Chen, you better be exhibiting nice behavior toward Kingsman. All right. I don't want to hear you being mean to Kingsman. 262 for Torzsa, 363 for Nenu. You tried, but you decided it's best if we cut ties. All right. Well, that's the second best option. All right. 332 for Torzsa, 390 for Nenu. Nenu right now about 50,000 point lead. He's going to get a Tetris. Extend that lead a little bit. Tetris Torzsa 402. All right, Nenu one line away from 19. He gets in at 557. Tetris for Torzsa, 499 into 19. About a 65% 50 to 60,000 point lead for Nenu at the 19 transition. Level 21, 631 for Nenu, 586 for Torzsa. Oh no, Torzsa gonna hang that square. He's trying to work around it. That's a nice long bar for the middle to help. Gonna try to build out for one row off the bottom. He uncovers that well. Long bar in Tetris for Torzsa, 632. He's back by 90,000 right now. There's a Tetris Torzsa, 706. 828 for Nenu, so Nenu's starting to pull away a bit. All right, now 30 lines to go until 29 for Torzsa. He's got to make up 150,000, so really he's got to go as perfect as he can muster right now. Try to minimize burns and then just hope that tragedy befalls Nenu. There's another Tetris. Nenu keeps scoring, and runway starting to evaporate here for Torzsa. There's a Tetris, 847. A Tetris is here worth, 33,600, something like that. Nenu with the max on 28. Now, Torzsa is just going to have to Tetris out. But, of course, Nenu's got potentially two more. Oh, no, and maybe he doesn't. So that's going to be a top out for Nenu at A05. So there's kind of a runway here for Torzsa. If he can get two right now, he's got to get two, but he doesn't know it. Oh, no. Can he eke out anything here? And no. Oh, no. So that is gonna, oh no. So Nenu is gonna take game number 2. He hangs on. And yeah, he kind of needed that Tetris somehow just to just for, Nenu did just for some insurance, but ultimately didn't need it. Just set up for 2, says Dan V. Yeah, that's true. So Torzsa almost did something crazy. All right, can I just show you? So I was like, well, Torzsa doesn't have a torso. And the graphics, I use Pixlr.com for all my graphics. And they have something called an AI generative expand. And so I put what I had here as... So let me show you what the generative expand did. Let me go ahead and give these players some pieces while I'm doing this. And I'll show you what AI did for Torzsa. Okay? Hold on. It gave him a torso. Hold on. I'll show you what it did. Hold on. Where is this? Torzsa.ping. All right, here we go. You ready, guys? Here it is. This is what it did. This is what AI did. AI expanded the image and gave Torzsa a torso. Delete this. Really? I don't know. This seems pretty. It does seem. Yeah. Nenu says accurate. I don't know. I can't see a reason not to use this. Should I use it? I think I should use it. I think I should use this. Don't you think? Don't you think I should use it? Here, like if I put this like underneath, let me put it underneath. Hold on. This kind of works. If I put it like way underneath. I don't know. There, let's just put it right here. All right, we'll see what happens. All right, we'll see if this works. All right, players, your pieces are in the chat. They are, what are they? E2A932. This is perfect, guys. All right, looks like both players are ready. E2A932. Let's go ahead and get them started. What was once a best of 5, now a best of 3 between Torzsa and Nenu. 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Yeah, well, there it is. It looks fine. That's AI, man. To 24,000 Torzsa, 24,000 Nenu as we get underway in game number 3. Yeah, this looks perfect. All right, nice little T-spin set up there for Torzsa. And there's a Tetris. Again, Tetris for both. So we're tied early on here in game number 3. Maitre Witian says if you squint, it fits perfectly. Yeah. There's a Tetris Torzsa. So one line apart. Basically same score. I just have to blur it a bit. Oh man, well now you're going beyond my capabilities. All right, 232 for Torzsa, 216 for Nenu. All right, I blurred it. All right, Tetris for Torzsa. $5 contribution to the prize pool from Colin. Thank you, Colin. Appreciate that. Oh, early shift for Torzsa, but gets a long bar down, so that's going to help him. He tries to recover. But Nenu with a clean board, so this is going to allow Nenu to extend this lead. All right, Tetris down the middle for Torzsa. There's a Tetris Nenu 449. There's one Torzsa 409, one line apart. Nenu ahead, 40,000 points. All right, there's a triple and a Tetris for Torzsa, so he's still about 50,000 points behind. Also ahead by 4 lines. All right, don't worry, Torzsa. Just keep playing, okay? Don't worry about it. Just keep playing. You're fine. So Torzsa, obviously an emulator player, and something happened on emulator that dissized it. But you just keep playing, okay? So Torzsa right now, 574. And there's a Tetris for Torzsa. Torzsa back by about 30,000 points. Another Tetris Torzsa. I'm keeping track of the full game over here on the other screen, guys. So everything's okay. So 665 for Nenu, 640 for Torzsa. So Torzsa gaining ground. He's at 160 lines. Oh, Torzsa gonna miss with that long bar into column 9, but gets another one very quickly to get the Tetris. Torzsa now at 700,000, and so is Nenu, and they're 4 lines apart. So Torzsa has closed the gap considerably. There's a dirty Tetris for Nenu. He needed that. All right, Torzsa 730, 731 for Nenu. Nenu gets a Tetris. All right, Torzsa. All right, has a Tetris well. Uncovers again here. Long bar over Tetris. Torzsa 769. 823 now for Nenu. So Nenu was able to get a little bit of separation while Torzsa was burning. Torzsa now with a well. He blocks it. And now, oh no, Torzsa, it kind of in trouble. And that is going to be a top out for Torzsa at 771. So Nenu is going to take game number 3. You accidentally pressed full screen. Yeah, no worries, man. That's all right. If you can just get it back to where it was, is that okay? Also, where did this torso come from? I made it, Dan V. I made it with the generative AI expand on Pixlr. What was the exact score? I don't know. All right, there you go. You're back on stencil. 780-ish. We can probably figure it out if we go back, but that's okay. All right, players, I am going to give you new pieces. So yeah, Dan V, I took what I had of Torzsa. I made a generative AI expand in Pixlr, and this is what it gave me back. So I just put that underneath Torzsa's head, and that is what we're using right now. All right, so Nenu's up 2-1. So AEA C18, AEA C18. Both players have signaled ready, so let's get them started. Game number 4, Torzsa versus Nenu. Torzsa needs to win to force a deciding game number 5. All right, starting off with a couple of squares. All right, Torzsa long bar down Tetris. He's got the only Tetris so far. All right, Nenu finally set up, has an unblocked well, and long bar in Tetris number 1 for Nenu. Tetris Torzsa 80,000. There's one Nenu. See, I think now all you kind of AI critics and skeptics and all that, you know, you're now seeing the value of it. Here it is. 174 for Torzsa, 129 for Nenu. You see what the possibilities are now, guys? All right, 153 Nenu. All right, good flapper in there with that T. Cleans up that board very quickly. Valid username gets the exact score, so thank you for that. See, Summer B, you're starting to understand now. $227 for Torzsa, 187 for Nenu. we do have a 3 more Das Masters matches on the day for y'all. Scheduled to start, each one on the hour, one after another. $297 for Torzsa, $257 for Nenu. Tetris Torzsa 370, 275 for Nenu. So Torzsa up like 95,000, something like that. The next match is going to be Morkos versus Avgeek out of the orange bracket. $324 for Nenu, $402 for Torzsa. All right, so Nenu cutting into this lead a bit. He's cut it down to about, 60,000. Torzsa gets a Tetris. Nenu gets one back. There's a triple and a Tetris for Torzsa. Yeehaw McKickass is in the chat. Welcome. Indeed, 3 straight bars. Tetris Nenu, 444, 502 Torzsa. He gets a Tetris, 525. And Nenu is into 19 at 468. Torzsa is in at 549. All right, Torzsa Tetris 575. He's got to win this to stay in. And he's got a decent lead right now, 75,000 points, same line count. Oh, Torzsa kind of lost Das here, so he had to regain it and pull those pieces back. And it's kind of like a malevolent spiral there because you lost Das, so you got to pull it back and adjust. And oh no, Torzsa, that is going to be a top out for Torzsa at 585. So Nenu with a chase down target of 586. Under 20,000 to go. It creates a bar dependency. This is going to be tricky. Already gets the bar. That's going to help. So 586. That is the target for Nenu. Okay, and he's clearing this down. He's got a good low safe board and a lot of time. And oh, he's think he's going to try to finish this off with the Tetris. Oh no, he's going to take this triple now. 586, and that is going to do it. Nenu, you have taken this 3 games to 1, and you will be moving on to the top 8. Torzsa, you did great. I mean, you had a really good run. You started all the way back in round 1 and defeated some great players, Dylan and Wallbant. So I think you've had a tournament to be proud of and to build on. So GG's to you. Plus, you have acquired this brand new kick and bod, man. There it is, Torzsa. All right, congratulations, Torzsa, and congratulations, Nenu. So let us go ahead and report this to the centralized Tetris reporting authority before, I don't know, Chris Forrest sends all the Tetris ICE agents after me. 3-1 monthly Tetris. Torzsa AI unlocked. All right, GG's to you, Torzsa. Wait. Oh my God, we got a whole torso now. So I just have to, if I can cobble that all together, we can get Torzsa a proper headshot. I just gotta take different frames of that. We'll get it. We'll get it all fixed. All right, so we are gonna set up our next match. And yeah, so let's go ahead and reset all the things. And I'm gonna do this offline. Put him on the Mr. Beast torso. Oh my goodness, I couldn't do that. You know, we must try to preserve his dignity to some extent. Nerd the Box. My goodness, what a suggestion. Should be ashamed. Okay. All right, so 7 is going to be replaced by 1, and 23 is going to be, where's 23? Is going to be replaced by, is it 17 or 16? Yeah, it's 16. So that match isn't due to start for another couple of minutes here, so I'll see if they're streaming right now. Let me get rid of that. Let me get rid of that Torzsa torso. Where did it even go? I don't even know where it went. There it is. All right, goodbye, Torzsa. All right, let me try to see what we got. So what is it? 1 and 16, right? Okay, well, everybody's streaming, so that's good news. All right, we're going to give the players a few minutes to warm up. I mean, their match was set to start at noon, so like a minute or two from now. That is not a valid slide at all. Let's get rid of that. So I'll give them a few minutes to warm up. All right, I will be right back. Okie dokie, everybody. We are back. Just a couple reminders. Players, if you do experience tech issues, just keep playing. See, Torzsa was a good example of that. He full screened the emulator thing. It went off stencil, but he just kept playing. That is what we want you to do. So if you have OBS problems, internet problems, anything like that, please do keep playing. Make sure your hertz and input displays are turned on. And remember, level 18 starts all the way through. Same piece as re-rolled. And don't pause unless I tell you to. Okay, good. And a reminder to the viewers to support the players via the prize pool. Use that Matcherino command while you're watching live. That will bring up some links to one that says DAS or DAS Masters or DM or whatever. That is the one. Click on that to be taken over to Matcherino, our prize pool partner. And from there, you can log in with your existing Twitch or YouTube account and make a contribution to that prize pool. We had a big contribution from Scott Gray to get us, I guess, 70% of the way, basically, to our top 8 incentive. And if we, get to 1,000, we can pay our top 8, which is a very, very good thing to do. So please consider doing that, and also consider supporting the channel, like via Patreon, where you can make an ongoing pledge of support. You've also got ways, platform-specific ways to support us on YouTube and Twitch, and you've got a support command in the chat for other ways to directly support us as well. And thank you to everybody on this slide for their support. So let me go ahead and bring up our scene here and get all the cameras situated. And so let me drop pieces in the chat for the players. And then, all right, camera. Are we able to get this camera line? Because right now, Avgeek, we have like neither face nor controller. So we just have like blanket. I don't know if we're able to get more than that or. No head today. So, I mean, it is our DAS Masters prize pool tournament. Normal cam isn't registering. So are you able to point it up or no? Because we would prefer to have players' identities on screen because it's good for the stream. So, there we go. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Perfect. That is great. You're used to hand cam being the preference? No, here we want to highlight. No, this is not PAL. This is not PAL. Imagine playing PAL in 2025. What the heck? All right, 7614 F4. Both players are on seed. And as soon as they signal ready, we can start. I haven't really checked stencils, but we'll just do it. All right, both players are ready. This is a top 16 match between Merker and Avgeek, and the winner goes to the top 8. So let's get them started in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Okay. So DAS Masters, of course, a DAS tournament, the press and hold play style that predominated in the classic Tetris competitive scene for, its first decade or so. Of course, supplanted by rolling, or supplanted by hyper tapping, which was then supplanted by rolling as the dominant competitive play style. But we still play it because it poses its own unique challenge, and there's still interest in this play style, and it's brought players, I think, to some prominence who maybe just prefer not to play with rolling or hyper tap and just prefer DAS. So I've been super stoked with the way that this tournament has played played out over the last year. We've been running it over a year now. So, been pretty thrilled with how that's all gone. Let me just adjusting stencil on one of our players here. 100,000 for Merker, 99,000 for Avgeek as we get underway in game number 1. All right, that'll do. On the left side of your screen, it is Merker, the number 1 seed in the tournament, and in virtue of getting a top 8 ranking in qualifying, Merker gets to skip rounds 1 and round 2 and go right to the round of 16. He qualified in with 1.15 million. Merker is from Finland. Has a DAS PB of 1.25 million. That is a top 30 scorer. And in the most recent Premier poll, Merker was ranked the 8th highest DAS player. $177 for Merker. There's a Tetris. $198 for Avgeek. This is Merker's 6th appearance in DAS Masters. He's finished in the semifinals 2 times, and that was in January of this year and in June, the most recent tournament that we held. You've seen Merker play in Classic Tetris European Championship in the 2 online years, 2020 and 2021, and also play in CTWC Silver Bracket in 21. And Merker took a Classic Tetris European Champion Finland Regional for a win in 2022, defeating Hizuli in the finals. And who can forget Merker's top 4 finish in the LOL Pog Cup 2023? I'll never forget that. 318 for Merker, 301 for Avgeek. And on the right side of the screen, it is Avgeek, qualified into seed number 16 with a 1.2. With a 998,000, so just short of a max out. Seed number 16 has a PB with DAS of 1.26 million. 388 for Merker. He's trying to kind of figure out what to do with where he needs 2 long bars, one for the left, one for the middle. It's going to allow Avgeek maybe to get a lead. If she can get a long bar, that would be helpful. Avgeek from the United States of America. Again, that DAS PB 1.26 million. That's a top 25 score. Avgeek ranked number 15 in that DAS Premier poll. Premierpoll.com. Premier with an E at the end. This is Avgeek's 7th appearance in DAS Masters. Merker with a Tetris well down the middle, column 6. Long bar goes in. Tetris for Merker, 423. There's one Avgeek, column 10, 449. So Avgeek's 7th appearance in DAS Masters. She has finished as high as 2nd place, was the runner-up in 2025 of March, or March of 2025, however you say that. And that was against Dog. That was his 2nd victory. Avgeek has played in various CTWC events, made it into the gold bracket for the first time this year, was 7th in CTWC's Jonas Cup. That's their North American DAS Championship. Played in bronze in 2021 online, and then 22 through 24 was in the silver bracket, finishing as high as the semifinals. 570 for Avgeek, 570 here for Merker on 20. AV Geek also the winner of a hopeful circuit back in July of 2024. And you saw AV Geek just last weekend at the Space City Regional in Houston. And AV Geek also made Mega Masters this year for the first time. 648 for AV Geek, 600 for Merker. Merker, oh my goodness, needs to get something left and right and try. Oh, that's a beautiful L piece for the left side. The L is the hero of the left side of the board, especially on 19. And AV Geek spired here. Going to block off that well, and so this is going to be tough to survive. We'll see what she can do. And I think this might be a little too complicated. She knows it, and Merker is good in game number 1. Bar was a piece too late. GG, says AV Geek. Did the prize pool go up $500 overnight? Yes, it did, Bacon. It did indeed, thanks to our good friend Scott. So again, thank you to Scott for getting us, putting in half of what we need for our goal. And the rest is up to you guys. We need $284 to pay our top 8, which I would love to do. New pieces are here at 294126. Thanks for the pin, Zook. I say Zook because I used to know somebody whose last name was Zook. But you might be saying Zook. I don't know. But they pronounce it Zook. 294126. Either way is fine. I'm going to say Zook because it reminds me of that person. All right. Both players are ready. Game number 2. Merker up 1-0. Oh, the canonical pronunciation is the sound Super Metroid doors make, like Zook. Right. Well, look at that. Lore. More screen name lore. Did you already post that in the What Does Your Screen Name Mean channel? Oh, see, we need that. Well, I'll remember it. Also, it's a retcon? Oh, okay. So it doesn't really mean that. It does now mean that. Got it. I know what retcon means. Yes, I know. People are chat-splaining to me what retcon means. I know what it means, guys. 52,000 for Merker, 71 for AV Geek. Oh, one true goat with the Justin Bailey code. Understands that Justin Bailey code on Metroid or password or whatever it is. Oh, so early shift here for Merker. He's going to be able to fix it with a bar. That bar could have been placed over on the right well for a Tetris, but I don't think he had DAS or was confident that he had it. So now it's going to be some cleanup. Merker going to fall further behind as AV Geek has a clean board in his Tetrising. All right, one more time, guys. Can you explain what retconning means? What is retcon? Why does it mean that? Oh my God, please. Explain it one more time, guys. All right, 210 for AV Geek, 136 for Merker. Retroactive continuity. There's Zook. Zook? All right, 182 here for Merker, 234 for AV Geek. This is good early pace for AV. All right, Summer B, you're figuring it all out for us. All right, a skim and a Tetris for Merker. No skim, but a Tetris for Avgeek. So same line count, Merker back by about 50,000. That's two and a quarter Tetrises. Vandy's on his skibbity Tetris nonsense again. I'm not really sure what that all means, but it must be some kind of meme because people keep saying it randomly. I don't understand. 321 for Merker, 383 for Avgeek. Still about that 50,000. Well, now a 60,000 point lead. All right, nice T for Avgeek to uncover the right side well. Gets Tetris ready. Long bar over Tetris Avgeek. Merker got a couple here as well. I think Merker cutting into that lead just a little bit. Same line count is now back by 40,000. Merker certainly in the running for, top chairs in the classic Tetris scene. That super comfy chair. He's got that lean. I think we do need to do a chair bracket of some sort. People vote on what is the ultimate chair in the classic Tetris scene. You think the CTWC DAS chairs at... Oh, you need to bring those to Jonas Cup? Oh, goodness gracious. Merker, awkward 19 transition, getting awkwarder. Not survivable. Avgeek gonna tie this up. Yeah, I mean, you can mullen once in a while. It's all right. I think you get one blatant mullen. I mean, mullening from 20 though. Basically, you mullen it until you make some holes in the board. If you take some major burns or mullen it, Who is this player on the left? Is he any good? Says PIW. Nope. E25896. Okay, but players are ready. Game number 3, it's tied at a game apiece. Oh, yeah, here's a question. Is there a PAL DAS leaderboard? I have the tap leaderboard. I've got the DAS leaderboard. I've got the overall leaderboard, like spreadsheet. Is there a PAL one? Is it on the same? Maybe it's on the DAS one. I never really looked. I'm sure people are playing it, but are there still? I can't follow everything. So are there still like PAL tournaments happening on the regular? Yeah, PAL is not on this list. C-Tech. Vandy, did you sell lemonade as a kid? You mean, did I like put up a stand in the neighborhood and sell lemonade? Yeah, I did that. We also used to sell, my friend and I used to sell baseball cards. We set up a baseball card stand in the neighborhood and used to sell baseball cards. Tetris for Avgeek 190, 172 for Merker. There's a Tetris Merker. Did you ever have a Babe Ruth card? Like a real one, like from the 30s? No. But, you know, they always post like kind of reprints and tribute cards, you know, like in modern times. So, sure, but not a real Babe Ruth card. A reprint? Well, reprints are in pretty easy supply, so... Anything with any value of a Babe Ruth card? No. I don't really have a connection to Babe Ruth that I don't really... It's not something I would invest in a card necessarily. That's just the first baseball player name you know off the top of your head? No, my Grail card would be, if you want to know, if anybody really knows, it would be the 1939 play ball Ted Williams, right? That's Ted Williams rookie card, basically. And, a decent grade one, but that is, tens of thousands of dollars. A few years ago, you could get a mid to low grade one for like $4,000, but because I love Ted Williams, like. 339 for Avgeek, 345 Avgeek in trouble. And it's really just trying to eke out any points you can. Not going to happen. And Merker is ahead and takes game number 3. Merker up 2-1. Yeah, what is a PSA 4? At one time, that was in my price range. Yeah, PSA 4 about 4,400. Oh, with a mark on it. Yeah, it's gone up a bit. When I was seriously considering, when I had a job and was like doing well in life, I almost bought one. All right, new pieces. But now I stream Tetris for a living, so I can't afford anything. So no, don't do that. Do not do that. AEB7F1. AEB7F1. No, don't do that, Summer B. Thank you, though. AEB7F1. Both players are ready. It's game number 4. Avgeek needs to win to force a game 5 decider. Today is a string of single matches. That is correct, Hana. We already did Torzsa versus Nenu. We're doing Avgeek versus Morkos, if you didn't know that. Next one is going to be Leo versus Tugi. Now that is scheduled to start in 31 minutes, and we don't know. Oh no, that's kind of a weird kind of something happening with that long bar for Morkos, so he's going to have to work around that, but he's got plenty of clearance for that long bar as it gets over. Good placement for that square and that S piece. I was wondering what he was going to do, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, that worked. Yeah, so that other match is due to start in about 31 minutes. Depends on obviously how this match goes, but anytime that we have extra time in between, I'm not going to go offline. I'll just either put on, we'll just put on the pre-roll or whatever. Morkos going to top out at 30,412. All of a sudden, that bar to the left just fatal. And Avgeek is good. And we are going to a decider. Just like that. I mean, I'll just play PB games or something. So, I mean, that's all I'm going to do. Or just leave the pre-roll on and go get a sandwich. All right, players, this is it. Decider time. 5C EB 88. 5 Charlie Echo Bravo 88. Chicken sandwich? No chicken sandwich. I mean, I guess I live within walking distance of a chicken sandwich place, and I have done that during the CTWC watch party stream. I did take a break and walk over and get a chicken sandwich from that place. But 5CEB 88. All right, they got all their B's and 8s square. This is it. Decider time. Morkos versus Avgeek. The winner goes to the top 8. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Play STM categories. I could do that. So, a very quick game number 4 has us in a decider between the number 1 and number 16 seed here in the orange bracket. What's the next STM about? It's going to be no long bars. Who is more relaxed? Yeah, they both look they're both leaning. But you're going to see, you're going to see later username Gold, who plays, in a very relaxed, kind of just nearly on his back. $119 for Morkos, $137 Avgeek. Talvit, it's to be determined. I still have one more outstanding issue with the apartment. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream anything at all in September. So once we get that cleared away, then I'll be free to schedule stuff again. We might have to overlap months for certain things, but we're going to try to get everything in. 207 Avgeek, 172 for Morkos. What kind of score would be good with no bars? Well, I mean, triples on 18 are worth, what, 5,700? Is that what it is? And you can get, within 130 lines, you can get 40. Is it 40? 42, 43. So just multiply those two together for a 19 transition, right? 285 Avgeek, 269 for Merker. Merker gets out long bar over. That is a dirty Tetris. I think he wants to build for another dirty, but no, he's going to think better of it. Just take the double. It's going to be so funny when Vandy hypes a triple like a Tetris. Well, it is. All right. What pieces can you score a triple with? There's only, if you don't have the bar, only two pieces, right? The L and the J. So that's going to be the interesting part. The game will still favor, stacking over on the right side for your, or piling up on the left with the right side, well. But will players play more in the middle of the board? Are they going to, try to keep that triple formation, in column 9 and 10? And you got to move it around. I don't know. It'll be must-see TV. 417 for Avgeek, 385 for Merker. Merker is open on the left side. Has to block, though, to try to fix this stack. Oh, and I think kind of a ghost burn situation there for Merker. Maybe was expecting something to clear. Possibly. Okay, he opens up that right. And could really use a quick barge. Going to try not to spire here. Okay, going to take this down with a triple. Good. Avgeek, 476, 427. Merker really wants that bar, but it's like the game knows. Left well? Nope. No bars for you. $525 entry into 19 for Avgeek, 453 for Merker. So Merker back by about 90,000 points right now. Avgeek with a clean board. Merker, a work in progress. So this is allowing Avgeek to build on that lead. Avgeek Tetris 620. About 143,000 point lead. Avgeek. Merker gets a triple, is open for a Tetris, gets it into column 8. What's he going to do here? Is he going to try to go super efficient? Try to make some of this up now. It is riskier, but on the other hand, you don't want to get to a situation where you just get toward the end and have no runway. So there's a Tetris Merker. 547. Avgeek humming along. 683. Oh no, Avgeek is in trouble. Avgeek is going to top out at 683. So Merker has a chase down target of 684 and is basically 2 like two Tetrises and change away, and he's got runway to do it. He's got to do a chase down here. 40 lines to go. He's cut it to basically 2 Tetrises now. No change needed. So Merker. Oh no, Merker is going to block the well. Oh no, and Merker is in trouble. And oh no, the chase down nerves got him, I think. I think the chase down nerves got him. He set up for a column 4 well, but missed with the S on the left side. And Avgeek is gonna hang on and take this and move on to the round of 8. And Merker, tried to go get that Tetris in column 4. Maybe just felt like he couldn't get the 2 Tetrises with the stack that he had, and so tried to go for at least one of them. Maybe he could have lined that out a bit more, cut it to within 1 Tetris and got it near the end, but Avgeek was Merker was going for it. And there you go. So Avgeek, you will be moving on to the round of 8. So GG's to both players. Great match. I like it when it goes to a decider, and then, let's see what happens. So Avgeek gonna seed upset Merker here. 3-2. We'll report this. We'll show you the bracket, where it stands. All right. Whoops. You don't need our arrow. Do we still need our arrow to help you navigate? Well, the next one we're going to do is Leo versus Tugi, which is right there. But let's take a look at our round of 8. We can show you where that stands. And Avgeek is in, the winner of the orange half of the orange bracket. Chroma is in, Nenu is in. And now we're going to find out in the top 16 who's going to go in from the purple half of the blue bracket, and that will be who plays Chroma. That's not going to happen now. But yeah. So that's where we're at. Now, the next match is scheduled to start in 20 minutes. I don't know if the players are here and ready, but I will not force them to play before they are ready. But if they are here, they are welcome to play if they want to get it out of the way. I don't think they're in chat right now. It's supposed to be Tugi versus Leo. I think Leo's probably here, but Leo was here earlier. So I'm not going to force him to do it. I'm going to take a moment, guys. We're just going to go ahead and throw up our slides here, and I will be right back. And then if we have some time to fill, maybe I'll, there you go, little Zevia. Then maybe I'll play a little bit until the next player is ready. So, all right, I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, I am back. Now, I don't know if Leo and Tugi are both here and want to start early. You are welcome to do that. If you are in the chat and you want to do that, let me know. Otherwise, I'll just, like, you know, stall for 14 minutes so we can start then. But yeah, let me go ahead and get my, see if my, hopefully my capture works. What is it? Video capture device. Man, what do I have? Okay, that works. That's good. And Carnation Instant Breakfast. You're gonna love it in an instant. That's for you, Summer B. Video capture device number 2 is this. Okay. All right, well, I am not on stencil, but I don't have to be. All right, yeah, so I'll just, am I stencil ready? Well, not on this scene. I don't have a Vandy on here, but so I don't know. What do you want? You guys want me to play no bars? All right, let me see what no bars is. So I think it's drought, and then I think you have to move it all the way. So you just play no bars, I guess. So yeah, you definitely want that formation over on the left side. No. Oh, wait, I don't have a bar and I'm setting up. What am I doing? I gotta get oriented here. Oh, I gotta get out of my normal Tetris brain. Oh my God. All right. That did not go well. All right, let me just stack normal-ish. Okay, so I'm not... Oh, that gets me triple ready for that. There you go. Oh, wait, I'm bar dependent. And I'm more bar dependent. And I'm more bar dependent. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, we're playing no bars there, Summer B, while we wait. Yeah, I've got to get back into my... I mean, just stack normal and then take triples, right? That's all. That's all you got to do. There we go. Perfect. Look at that. So, I mean, that's like the ideal formation, right? Aye. All right, I am not triple ready. Now I am. There we go. It's fun on 19. I'm sure it is. I saw Cole playing it. All right, I'm not triple ready. Now I am. All right. There we go. These doubles. Oh, I'm out of triple contention here. I just need to get to stack down. Oh, shoot. Oh. All right, I have no bar, so I cannot fix that with a bar. Aye. All right, you're live. Okay, I don't know if Tugi is live. I'll check. You can't be L and J triple ready at the same time. That is correct. You get more L's in this mode. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's probably true. So maybe set up on the left well is better. Bum, 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 bum. So yeah, let me take a look. So get rid of number 1. And then what is this? This is blue, right? Or no, this is purple. So Leo is live. And then Avgeek, goodbye 16, and hello to 12. All right, so Leo is live. See if the Tugster is live. I mean, yeah, we're not officially supposed to start it until 1, so I won't make either player go earlier than the scheduled time. All right, I think that's the right thing to do. Okay, so there's that, and we'll see. Tugi's going to. All right. So Tugi is live. Now, do you guys want to go early or do you want to wait? We can go now or we can go in 5 minutes. It's up to y'all. Go in 5? Okay. We're going to start this on time then. Let me just set up the cams while I have a shot to do it here. Oops. Okay, so yeah, we got them. Let me just fix the thing, and that way we'll be ready to go when it's time. Okay, good. All right, we got 4 more minutes. You want me to do low bars? Low bars again? 19, I'll do low bars 19. No bars, not low bars. No bars. Ugh. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, I missed the T-spin. Someone please calculate all seeds and give stats. I mean, yeah, I mean, this is... I would love to hear reports of how people are doing with this mode. Like, what they get. Oh, that... I don't know what I was doing. Oh, crap. Sorry, I'm just like distracted by my, you know, I'm like looking at Chad. I'm like looking at Tugi and Leo. I'm thinking about my excuses for my poor play when it's just that I stink. Ugh. Oh, shoot. Early shift. My goodness. Oh, yeah. This is my... Here's my controller. This is an aluminum shell controller. So this is like metal. And it's like stable as a table. There, any misdrop is my fault. There's no... I have not double flipped a single time. I haven't had a missed input a single time. It's like super stable. Which leads me to believe that like a lot, and you know, and these are new pads, but even with new pads, I would occasionally get like missed inputs. So that leads me to believe that, you know, most of the double flips and things like that are due to the flexibility of the controller, or at least a, you know, a good chunk of them are due to the flexibility of the plastic of the controller. Because I haven't had a single one happen with this aluminum shell at all. Now, obviously, pads can wear out and get whatever, but... Oh, whoops. Adam Ira, it's pad... No, this is not padless. This is not padless. This is rubber pads. Now, here's the thing. The rubber pads are definitely going to wear out faster. Well, I'm not going to say definitely. That's my hypothesis, right? Because... you know, some of the force that you exert with the plastic controller shell is going to be absorbed by the plastic controller shell. Oh, wait a minute. Did I just, what just, oh, whoa. This is the first time. Look at this. This is the first time this has ever happened. Why is this happening? That has never happened before. So I was just talking about how reliable the controller is. All of a sudden, it's like doing this on its own. Oh my God. Or maybe, was that a bug? I don't know if that was a bug in the software or if that was, but it couldn't have been because it resolved itself. Oh, that's so interesting. That has never happened. Of course it happens while I'm on stream. Do you guys see that? All right, looks like looks like it's 4 o'clock. What's up, Eve Z? Yeah, how did I get that to happen? That's weird. Can I roll on this? Like, well, yeah. I think the pads are going to wear out more quickly on the aluminum because the plastic will absorb. You know, the plastic one will absorb a lot more of the shock and the force, whereas with the aluminum one, it's not going to do that, right? So it's got to go somewhere. So the only place it can really go is into my hand, which I definitely notice, and into the pads. So those are the two places it can go. Your hands definitely get tireder using this, but I also think it'll be absorbed into the pads as well. So I have to press more lightly so that doesn't happen, and so it doesn't go into my hands as well. So it's been a very interesting experience, but I've found it to be more reliable overall. All right, well, we are just about to start now. Remember, players, make sure your hertz and input display are turned on. Remember, Spirited Das, level 18 start, same piece set re-rolled. If you experience tech issues, just keep playing. Assume your game is going to count until I tell you otherwise. And it is a best of 5. Let me turn off these captures so we don't tax the screen here. And also prize pool. We'd like some, we're $284 short of our $1,000 top 8 incentive. So if you want to contribute to that prize pool, use the Matcherino command, bring up the links. The one that says DM or DAS, that is the right one. Click on that. You'll be taken to Matcherino. Top right-hand corner, you can log in with your existing Twitch or YouTube accounts. Do we have claim codes over there? I don't know. I will look right now. No, we got them all, so good. So anyway, head on over there. We're 284 short. If we get to 1,000, we can pay our top 8, including everybody who has won so far today. They would get into the prize pool, and the winner of this would get into the prize pool. So again, thanks everybody. And again, Scott Gray kicking in that 500 today. That was huge. Really appreciate that. And channel support. Please consider doing that. Patreon.com/monthly Tetris to make an ongoing pledge of support, just like these people have done. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get on over here. We'll look at these players as they complete their final warm-ups. And I'm going to drop the pieces pretty soon. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. You can still keep warming up a little bit, but I am going to drop the pieces. There they are. Or you can, go grab a drink or something like that. That's fine. Vandy, what does Leo's shirt say? It says lip foishin. I don't know. Limited edition. Oh, there it is. Limited edition. All right. Guys, it says lip foishin, right? Obviously it does. All right, folks, the pieces are in the chat. The seed has been pinned by Zook. 169A E5 16 9A E5 It says Leo Edition. Ah, indeed, the Leo Edition. Good. All right. Well, it is Euro Masters, apparently. People were not excited about that. I proposed that as like, hey, maybe we could have Euro Masters and it would be a PAL competition. People were not excited about that. So we didn't end up doing it, but maybe we'll bring it. Maybe it'll be a once a year thing. All right. Looks like both players are ready. They are both on seed, so let us go ahead and get them started. Leo versus Tugi, CTM Das Masters, August 2025, top 16. The winner goes to the round of 8 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Tugi, I couldn't muster any enthusiasm for this idea. People didn't like it. They didn't want me to call it Euro Masters. It wouldn't only be for Europeans, but it would be the European version of the game, you know, the PAL version. But people didn't like that. They didn't like the name. You could mustard. Oh, muster. Muster is to, you know, to gather, collect, create, you know. Okay. I don't know what you know. Summon, that's a good word for it. Anyway, on the left side of your screen, it is Leo. Leo qualified into seed number 5 with a 1.11 million. That was the average of his best 2 games played in a 1 hour qualifying period. Leo earned a 2-round bye, so this is Leo's first match in this tournament. Got right to the round of 16. Big advantage in this tournament to finish in the top 8 in qualifying. Leo is from Bulgaria, has a DAS PB of 1.26 million. That is a top 30 score. And Leo is ranked number 4 in the most recent DAS Premier poll. You can find the full results of that poll over at premierpoll.com, Premier with an E at the end. 187 for Leo, 185 for Tugi. And we're going to let this one go. We don't have Hertz and input display on one of the games, and that's fine. We'll keep an eye out, but we will turn it on for game 2. We're not going to restart the game for that. It's my fault for not seeing it. 234 for Tugi, 240 for Leo. Anyway, Leo is the winner of a hopeful circuit. That was back in November of 2022. Won one of those CT DAS real tournaments back in the day. That was in 2023. Defeated Peak in the finals of that. Leo played in the CTWC DAS tournament in Germany in 2023 and 2025, including this year. Got into the top 8, where he was eliminated, I believe, by his current opponent. So kind of a rematch, CTWC DAS 2025. This is Leo's 7th appearance in DAS Masters. He's finished in the finals twice, and that was in back-to-back months, September and October of 24. Of course, Pixel Andy was the winner of those. He was also in the top 4 in May of this year, and went out to Giovanni, who is the winner of that tournament. So it takes the winner of the tournament to eliminate Leo here in DAS Masters. 368 for Leo, 340 for Tugi. Tugi qualified into the 12th seed with a 1.033 average. 386 here for Tugi, 414 for Leo. Tugi got a first round bye because his qualifier was in the top 16. And he defeated 666 Tim in round 2 to get to this round 3, round of 16 match against Leo. Tugi was also the winner of one of those CT DAS tournaments, the CT DAS test tournament back in 2022. He is a 4-time CTWC gold bracket player, including the 2 online years, and in 2022 and 24. Played in CTEC in the 2 online years, finishing in the top 8, both of those. Played in the Classic Tetris UK Championship this year and came in 4th, went out to the eventual winner of that tournament, Evesy 508 for Tugi. Tugi also played in Tap Masters. I guess, July, August, whatever, was actually the person who drew Joseph Saley, or got to play against Joseph Saley. And that was an exciting moment to see Tugi versus Joseph. 604 here for Leo, 557 for Tugi. $575 Tugi, $635 Leo, so about a 50,000 point lead for Leo. Lines are close. Tugi is a 3-time Mega Masters player. You've seen him at CTWC DAS the last, in 22, and 23, and 25. 2 semifinals appearances in those overall. 613 for Tugi, 698 for Leo. 4th appearance for Tugi in DAS Masters. The last one was in June, and he made it into the top 4 of that as well. So Tugi on a, I don't know, I wouldn't say an improvement because he's always been one of the top DAS players. At one time holding the DAS world record. But competition-wise, seems to be having, kind of a performance improvement in comps. So good to see for Tugi. 730 for him, 790 for Leo. Left side for Tugi is going to be a problem, so he is pretty much all in on a bar. The bar comes down. He gets a long bar over to the left with the quick tap. So clutch long bar to the left. I can't do that. I mean, I haven't really tried too much. I haven't even tried to develop a quick tap. $808 here. Tugi is going to uncover that right side. Tetris for Leo, $965. Problem is here, Tugi is back by 150,000 points. Under 30 lines to go. So Tugi is really going to have to just minimize burning as much as possible. Hope something happens on Leo's board. Tugi's going to probably have to work this one row off the bottom. Gets the Tetris. He knows it. A35 for Leo. Leo has got the max. Another Tetris for Leo. And kind of starting to put this out of reach. And I'm not sure what Tugi's going to be able to do here. Short of some Pixel Andy-esque, play here on 29. Leo's got the 1.1. There's a Tetris Tugi. And that's going to be a top out for Leo on 29 at B11. The Tugi here just going to try to go and see if he can muster a max somehow. The bar doesn't get over. That is going to be a top out for Tugi. Leo is good in game number 1. But oh my, we got to do it over again because there was no Hertz and input display. Nah, just kidding. Tugi, can you put your Hertz and input display on, please? So I'm going to go ahead and put the pieces in the chat, but we do need to see Tugi put the Hertz and input display on. E6. Thanks, Bendy, for the pin. Pinners are winners. Okay, looks like both players are ready. Game number 2, Tugi trying to tie it up. Leo up 1 game to none. So these two did face each other in CTWC DAS this year. They played each other in, oh no, Tugi with that S piece, and that is going to be a bit of a problem. They played each other in the top 8 of the losers bracket, or the second chance bracket, whatever you want to call it. And Tugi did knock Leo out of the tournament. So Leo looking to exact a little bit of revenge. All right, Tugi is set up for a triple, actually set up for a Tetris now, and gets the bar in for a Tetris. 151 for Tugi, 170 for Leo. Leo ahead right now by a Tetris's worth of points and 3 lines. So it's pretty much pace-wise, they are neck and neck. And in fact, same lines and, you know, separated by 400 points early on here. Game number 2. This is a best of 5 with the DAS playstyle, the press and hold playstyle. Has made a bit of a resurgence in popularity in the last year or so, just in virtue of, well, this tournament and Jonas Cup and DAS Champions League. And, you know, the CTWC DAS guys over in Germany, they've been, you know, motoring along for a while, putting on that tournament, but it was really just kind of the only marquee tournament really in this play style. And then Jonas Cup and this tournament came along around the same time. And now, you know, DAS is back. Tetris for Leo, 364, 344 for Tugi. Yeah, a 5 and 12 matchup. It is a tricky bracket to sort of, match up to know what's going to happen. But really in the DAS tournament, there's a lot of variability with regard to what people are going to score in quals. So I wouldn't put too much stock in the seeding. If 12 beats 5 in the DAS tournament, is it always a real skill upset? Hard to say, because we've seen great players qualify very low in this tournament. We've had players who are not as, skill-wise, all that, they're not really in that top tier of DAS players, and they've qualified very high. So we just hope to capture with the 32-player tournament is that pretty much all the good players will get in there somehow, and then they can make up for their low quals by, earning their way back through bracket play. So I think 32 players works really well for DAS tournament. 32 or more. 472 for Leo, 429 for Tugi. This is going to be tough here for Tugi. Can't get that bar to the left. That is going to sink Tugi in game number 2, and Leo is going to go up 2 games to none. And yeah, in DAS, it's much more common for, a high skilled player to rank low, just due to the natural variability of the play style, than it would be, in a rolling, especially in the rolling era. You wouldn't. It'd be weird to see Dog come in at 31 seed, Andy come in at 27 seed. But I would fully expect even some of the best DAS players to come in those, mid-low seeds. Although this month in Masters, like Dangler came in at seed 18, like outside of the top 16. If this had been top 16 Masters like it was, a year ago, and Dangler wouldn't have made it in. Well, unless he would have earned his way in through semifinals. I don't know where he'd finished before, but you get the point. B4C 8AC, B4C 8AC, yes. All right, Leo is up 2 games to none over Tugi. Tugi needs to win this one to stay on in this tournament. Well, yeah, he did get finals the previous months, but the point is, they're top players that can score outside the top 16. It happens. Pasta with sauce. 1301 says, "Hi, Vandy. I'm on Twitch chat now." All right, thank you for the update. Please keep me apprised of which platform you're chatting from and when you switch back and forth. Thank you. Tugi had his best month so far as a CTM player overall in June. He finished in the top 8 of the Masters event and in the semifinals of DAS Masters. So combined across the 2 tournaments, probably his best showing in the CTM cinematic universe. Sergio Carrizo says, "Why is the Italian dude wearing a glove?" Yes, why is that Italian dude wearing a glove? $139 for Leo, $139 for Tugi. That's right. He is, if you notice, right, right next to their seed number, we do put the 3-letter code of their country, kind of like the Olympics does. And you can see that does not say ITA, it says BGR, Bulgaria. So we've got two like we've got the flag as their national indicator and a little backup there of text, right? So if you don't know the flag, you can always look down at that text and try to suss it out. Well, that's true. I kind of messed up by putting the Italian flag there. You're right. 240 for Leo, 237 Tugi. Tugi gonna get a Tetris 259. The Tugi with the lead. By a little less than a Tetris. Oh, LOZ Cards fan helpfully explaining that the stripes are horizontal while Italy's is vertical. Ah, I see. Thank you, LOZ. My bad. Still, why does he wear a glove? Why does he wear a glove? Well, I can't speak to his particular reasons, but players do wear a glove just to help with gliding quickly across pieces. You know, if people's hands get a little tacky and sweaty and so forth, the glove can help prevent that. It can also just prevent wear and tear on the hand. And some people's hands get cold, and believe it or not, like when your hands are cold, sometimes you don't feel as good. So, you know, there's a lot of different reasons people could have the glove. And I don't know any given player's reason, but there are lots of valid ones. So pick one. Tetris for Tugi, 423, 403 for Leo. Also, they might just have visible tattoos that are offensive and they don't want anyone to know on their hands. Could be that. You don't know. There's a lot of reasons. I don't know. People have all kinds of reasons to cover up parts of their body. I don't know. Maybe he's ashamed of his hands, right? He doesn't want anyone to see them. Tetris gang tats? Yeah, it could be Tetris gang tat, but then you'd wear it. I mean, he's not applying for a job, right? So if you're going to wear a Tetris gang marker, this is the place to do it. 458 for Leo, 480 for Tugi. All right, Leo staying alive here, trying to weather a drought. Both players bringing their boards down or just trying to stay alive here. And the skimming a Tetris for Tugi, and there's a Tetris for Leo. The Vandy gang tattoos arc. Yeah, I will never get a tattoo. It's not for me. Not my tempo. Tugi gets a Tetris 19, 559. He gets another one, 583. Leo blocks that well. Upon 19 entry, he's in at like 519. Vandy, did you watch the So Pranks? Oh, The Sopranos. I did watch The Sopranos, yes. 614 for Tugi, 552 for Leo. Nice S-spin there for Leo. So many pranks. All right, Dirty Tetris Tugi. There you go, making some lemonade out of those lemons. Leo trying to keep that well open. It's open. It's closed. Reopened. And yeah, this is pretty tough here for Leo, actually. That left side is a problem. And yeah, I probably really could have used an L piece to clear it. Never got it, so he just ended up chucking something over there. Blocks off access to it, and Tugi is good in game number 3. So Tugi continues on in this match. But yeah, I watched The Sopranos multiple times, and I like a lot of it. Gabagool. Oh, hey, Leo knows Gabagool. Hey, Gabagool over here. Hey. You want to get around to watching The Sopranos someday, says Summerby. You keep hearing good things. Well, I don't generally make recommendations, so I don't recommend TV, music, movie, art, books, anything. I don't recommend, so. But I liked it. It was worth my time to watch it. $2AD 6DB. All right, both players ready. Game number 4. Let's get them started. Wait, what? Started watching it recently, and you low-key give Tony Soprano vibes. You know what I mean. Well, like a bald, stocky guy? Or a criminal? Or... What do you mean you know what I mean? Or what, like I have people knocked off? Or I had my sister killed for hiding my girlfriend's artificial leg? Like what? What do you mean I know what you mean? $98,000 for Leo, $92,000 for Tugi. Tetris for Tugi, 118. There's one Leo, 144. Hey everybody, it's your old pal Vandweller, host of Classic Tetris Monthly, and I'm asking you to do me a favor. If you like this video, hit thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, please subscribe and bang that notification bell. And follow us on Twitch at twitch.tv/monthlytetris. Thank you, and have a nice day. No, Tugi, I was not, I did not spoil anything. I was just making that up. Don't worry. That was it. That was in the expanded universe in the novels, so don't. It wasn't. It's not canon. Don't worry. 181 for Leo, 214 for Tugi. All right, 211 here for Leo. A little tiny bit of a rough patch here for Leo. It's going to take some doing. All right, he's going to knock this down a bit. Really use a J for the left. And he gets that J for the left. All right, he's bringing this down. 331 for Tugi right now. There's a Tetris 354. Is that a line spin? I feel like I saw a line spin out of the corner of my eye while I was looking at Tugi's board. And Tetris Tugi, 377 through 80. Leo finally clean and clear and gets to Tetris 251, but he's back by about 125,000 points. And actually more when the lines are tied. Yeah, about 150,000 point lead for Tugi. When the lines are tied, Summer B with a $34 contribution into the prize pool. That's going to get us up to a clean $750. Thank you so much, Summer B. It's a nice number to look at. We are $250 away from our $1,000 top 8 incentive. Vizamp, yes, that is what is happening. 502 for Tugi, 397 for Leo. There's a Tetris for both. So Leo cutting into this lead a bit, sort of, but he's ahead by 6 lines now. So Tugi's still with a pretty good lead as we careen toward level 19. $30 into the prize pool from Pseudo Canard. That gets us up to 780. Thank you, Pseudo Canard. Dirty Tetris for Leo, 471. 576 for Tugi. He's 6-7 lines back. 100,000 point lead plus lines in hand. And that is a top out for Leo. That left side was just not going to be accessible. He knew it. And he's going to top out 475. Tugi is good in game number 4. And we're going to go to a decider. Now, that's one of those, moments for Leo where people are like, what, like in YouTube, they're like, why didn't he keep playing? Why did he just top out? He could, it's like, no. I think these players know a little bit more what is possible than someone watching this for the first time. No offense, I'm glad you're watching, but all right. New pieces. 1D58A2. 1D58A2. Best of 5. Grandmaster Uboro thinks the mob has umbrellas that shoot things out of it. It's not James Bond. Like the mob is not James Bond, dude. 1D58A2. All right, looks like both players are ready. What was once a best of 5, now a best of 1 between Leo and Tugi. The winner of this one single solitary match moves to the round of 8 in 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Yeah, they're not like they don't have like super special secret weapons like the British Secret Service or whatever. Like they're mobsters. All right, Tugi. There we go. Tugi staying alive. It's a lot cooler than boring brass knuckles. That was all that, like when I was a kid, like that's all I wanted. I wanted to get a pair of brass knuckles, right? So you could go to the flea market and find people like selling illegal brass knuckles. So we would like buy brass knuckles and walk around like we were tough kids. $119 for Tugi, $123 for Leo. I mean, I never used the brass knuckle, and I don't really like still have them. I don't think I own anything that I owned as a child. Like I have nothing. I'm trying to think what the oldest thing is that I own, like of personal property, like something that I had, and how far does it go back? I can't even, some copies of books I had when I was in my late teens. I mean, like the same book, not a copy of it, but the same book. But can't even think of anything that I still own from that far back. 212 Tugi, 173 for Leo. Yeah, I'm like looking around. Oh, sorry, I just bashed the microphone. Sorry about that. All right, Tugi taking the burns. Leo gonna uncover the well. All right, trying to weather this drought, both players. And this is a real drought, and players are pretty dependent. Tugi gonna open it back up again. And oh, a nice triple and a Tetris for Tugi. No problem, that was the plan all along. And Leo going to grab a couple Tetrises as well. 233 for him, 250 for Tugi. Another Tetris Tugi. So one line apart, Tugi had 40,000 points. Tugi ahead about 60,000. 3 lines ahead. Tetris, Tugi 391, 333 Leo. So Tugi maintaining about that, around that 60,000 point lead. Tuck for Tugi. The burn to get Tetris ready, and the Tetris for 14. Has every match gone to a decider today? No. It did not. Has it? Wait, has it? I thought at least one was 3-1. I mean, one of them was 3-1. There was 2 deciders, but I've been ignoring YouTube today. I'm not exactly sure why. I just happen to have the Twitch chat open for some reason. Sorry, YouTube. $486 Tugi, $428 for Leo. Here's a Tetris Tugi, 509. All right, Tugi trying to take a good board into 19. Just keep at the top of that stack tidy. And he's one Tetris away from 19. He gets it. 560 in for Tugi, 521 in for Leo. So about a 40,000 point difference at the level 19 entry. Tugi with the skim and Tetris 612. There's one Leo 555. Vandy, can you do a Danny DeVito penguin impression? I don't think I saw that movie. So, I mean, I can imagine what Danny DeVito would sound like as the penguin, you know, but I can't say I've ever tried it. 677 for Tugi, 640 for Leo. Tugi, Tetris 712. Leo starting to close the gap a little bit. 700,000 for Leo. Other Tetris, Tugi 743. There's another one, Leo. Same line count, Tugi had 15,000 points. All right, Tugi's board getting a little too vertical. He's going to flatten it out a little bit here. A tuck of the square. Tugi taking a burn, 785. Leo now in the lead right now, 824 to 786. And just about 30 lines to go. Tugi now back by 35,000 points. It's about one Tetris's worth of points. Tetris Tugi. There's one Leo. Tugi's board, yeah, getting spiry. He's trying to just bring this down. Got to start scoring again. And Tugi gonna go for it. Tugi needs to get a bar sometime soon, and that bar is not coming. That is gonna be a top out for Tugi at 868, and Leo is gonna survive and move on. So Tugi really wanted to be able to try and chase that down, and that's just one of those situations where, you know, players get the same pieces, but if you are behind and it's getting toward the end and you get droughted, as the player that's ahead, has an advantage there because the other player just doesn't get the opportunity to chase it down because of the droughts. So Leo is going to take this one 3-2. Tugi played great. But yeah, it is going to be Leo moving on to the round of 8. So let's go ahead and report this one. Leo 3, Tugi 2. And GG's Leo and Tugi. Okay, let us show you the brackets. Guess the round of 8 is the one to show you, just to show you kind of where we're at. So we're going to have Chroma versus Leo out of that blue-purple bracket. Why is quarterfinals called round of 8? Because because the finals are the finals, because the semi, and that has 2 people. And the semifinals has 4 people. And that's half, right? Semi is half finals. And then quarter is what you do when you cut a half in half. You can call it quarterfinals, round of 8, top 8, whatever you want to call it. That's what it's called. I didn't do it. The round of 2. Yeah, I can't wait for the round of 2. Well, anyway, we've got now 1, 2, 3, 4 people advanced into our top 8. Avgeek out of the orange bracket with a bracket upset over Merker. Chroma and Leo will face off. Nenu is in the green. So that's going to do it for our top 16 matches for today. And we have one more thing to do, and that is to kick off. Which one is it? Yeah, to kick off our green bracket. It's going to be just the round 1 match. That is scheduled to start in 9 minutes. We'll give the players time if they want it. Or if they want to start early, they can. But it's going to be Gold versus Bendy. And this will feed into a match against Giovanni sometime later in the month, but not now. So that is the one we're doing right there. Right there. Let me go ahead. What is that? 18 and 31. So goodbye, number 5. Hello, 18. And goodbye, number 12. And hello, 31. So that is what you are about to see. It's going to be a round 1. Reset the hearts. Okay. So I'm going to take a... can you do an impression of Sylvester Stallone doing Danny DeVito as the Penguin while we wait? That's too many nested levels for me, so I think I'm going to tap out of that. Anyway, that's what we're about to see. I'm going to take a moment, and then I'll be back and see if the players want to start a couple minutes early or if they want to wait. All right, be right back. All right, well, let's see. Bendy says I will play whenever. And Gold says I'm ready whenever. So let's get right into it. Bang. Let's go ahead and refresh both of the streams. Let's see. 18. And 31. And we'll move the cameras around. Why is that active? Oh, there we go. Yeah, super relaxed. You ever seen someone so relaxed? I mean, look at him. Like, oh, we got two very relaxed players. They're both very relaxed right now. Super relaxed. Why are you in a... Bendy, it seems like you're in a new place. Oh, you're in the same place. That's fine. All right, well, thanks for moving the camera. Appreciate it. Now I gotta recalibrate the camera, but appreciate it. Thank you. All right, it's good. Thank you. Oh, it was so nice before. Now it's a mess. All right. I don't know where you're going to be sitting, man. All right. I guess you're going to be sitting about right there. All right. We're getting it going. We're getting it. Oh, let me fix. Oh, what is wrong with everyone's stencils? Why? All right. Let me fix that. First of all, let's reset the transform. It's probably not y'all. It's probably my side. All right. That's good. I knew it wasn't Bendy. Bendy's stencil on point. And Gold's might be on point. It's hard to know. Oh wow, we got you look like this poker player guy I know. All right. Well, we don't need to. We don't need to do that. All right. Okay. Well, players, it is time. Here are the pieces. 6.5 C6 FB. Hurts an input display, Bendy. All right, looks like both players are ready. Gold and Bendy, 6.5C, 6FB. It is the green bracket kicking off round one here in CTM Das Masters August 2025. Gold and Bendy in 3-2-1 Tetris. Just two relaxed guys just hanging out, super relaxed, leaning back, playing Tetris. They're just leaning back and playing Tetris, man. Well, left side of your screen, that's gold, seed number 18 from North Macedonia, allegedly. Has qualified in with a 989,000. That was the average of his best two games played in a 1 hour qualifier. He's got a DAS PB of 1.23 million. That's a top 40 score. He's been in Das Masters, I want to say 2 times before. And looking to get to the top 16. I think for the first time. I don't remember what Gold's performance was in June. Let me take a look. But I think this is the second time, or the third time that Gold has been in Das Masters. And yeah, he got into round 2. So looking to get into the top 16. That is his goal. $171 here for Gold, 236 for Bendy. There's a dirty Tetris for Gold. Now, I don't know, maybe Gold's biggest Tetris accomplishment, winning that 6-4 Invitational in 2022. I mean, who can forget where they were when username Gold won that 6-4 Invitational? I'll never forget. $331 for Bendy, $269 for Gold. A Gold play, you might have, besides that 6-4 invitation, you might have seen Gold playing in CTWC DAS Regional. That was in 2022. Does not have a lot of matches in the match database, but as recently, I don't know, been reawakened now with the advent of Das Masters. So good to see Gold here. Tetris for Gold, 366. Bendy, 427. Bendy qualified into seed number 31 with a 926,000. So kind of a lower than average qualifier for Bendy, but that's why we have 32 people in this tournament. 474 for him, 413 for Gold. Bendy from the United States of America has a 1.24 million as a PB with DAS. That is a top 35 score. He was ranked number 5 in the most recent DAS Premier poll He's got a couple of squares there that he's having to deal with. He was the first player to clear level, that B-type, with a garbage board that it gives you. The other way to play Tetris on the OG cart. Yeah, he was the first player to clear level 19, height 5 with DAS on B-type. Played in Mega Masters in 2024. And this is his 8th appearance in DAS Masters. He finished in the finals in January, and he's got 2 other semifinals finishes as well. Also won a hopeful circuit back in September of 2023. Made his debut in CTWC's gold bracket this year. Was also the winner of the silver bracket at CTWC in 2024. 557 for Bendy, 492 for gold. Gold going to uncover, finally gets that long bar into the Vitz hole just in time for 19. Oh, uses that long bar to fill in the middle. Maybe he didn't have DAS for that left side to use that long bar, because that would have been a Tetris, but reestablishes DAS, no problem. Gets a Tetris, and Bendy going to top out at 560. So an awkward transition and a top out for Bendy. Target here for gold is 561. So survival here was clutch for gold, because that's going to put him in a position to potentially chase this down. And he's just got a few line clears to get. Thank you for the Twitch sub, Lapis Lazuli Tetris. Appreciate that. And it looks like gold is good. Good as gold in game number 1. Vizamp, are we really in 2025 quoting Austin Powers? Are we really doing that? That's what we're doing? May you have a second? You may. Yes, you may. All right, I'll drop the pieces when gold gets back. I can do it now. All right, I'll drop them now. It's going to be 5BBE21, 5BBE21. Austin Powers is timeless. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I saw the first movie a billion times. Vandy, they're the greatest they are the greatest movies of all time. The greatest? That's a bold claim. You're not certain if Austin Powers is aged all that well? Yeah, I don't know what you mean. I don't know. I think they're just funny movies, I guess. I don't know what aged means, but... Yeah, I mean, older movies are going to look older, and, they're going to... Yeah, I don't know. I guess when think a comedy doesn't age well, I guess I think of, like, sometimes the references they make are things that modern audiences wouldn't understand. So I guess that's, like, a way in which they can't age well, if it's, like, usually comedies, right? They're just making cultural references that people don't understand nowadays. But I don't know. Was Austin Powers doing that? Mostly just scatological humor, most of it, or whatever, but which, that is timeless, of course. Vizamp, I how quickly you've been dissuaded of your previous claim where you're like, they're the greatest movies of all time, and someone says they haven't aged that well, and he's like, oh, fair, Anchorman might be better, or Caddyshack. Like, I mean, that's very, very quick turnaround. They're the greatest, but maybe not. All All right, 5BB-E21. 5BB-E21. Both players ready. Game number 2. Both are ready. Let's get him started. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. It's been forever since you watched a movie at all. Well, there's a treasure trove of films of the past, you know, to watch. So. You watch so much cinema on CTM, though. Oh, well, that's true. I mean, it is all scripted, so it's more or less the same as a prestige series or a film. Tetris for gold, 50,000, 30,000 for Bendy. Last season's writing was so much better, really? You know, we had 5 we only had 5 different winners. Although, how many different winners do we have this year now? What? Dog, Alex, Andy? What? Andy's comeback arc? You didn't think that was good writing? What the heck? Scooty? Oh, you think we need to add a new character? I don't know. When you add characters to a series late in its run. Oh no, Bendy. All right, he's bringing it down. That square will get over. He's uncovered. Long bar in Tetris. Yeah, like you don't want to be like Oliver on the Brady Bunch or I don't know, whenever they bring in some kid. Like, oh, this could really use a kid in it. They did that a lot in the 80s where it'd take a series and like, you know, we're five seasons in. Let's add a kid. $226 for gold, $247 for Bendy. Steve Urkel. He was not in the original cast? They brought him in later, like a funny, to punch up the comedy. Wait, isn't that just Scooty? Yeah, Scooty was the kid. He's the Oliver. You guys don't know Brady Bunch, but whatever. Bendy in a lot of trouble here. That is going to be a top out for Bendy at 272 gold with the Chasedown target 273. Blue Scooty is the Urkel of Tetris, guys. All right, there's a Tetris for gold, 281. Gold goes up 2 games to none. That's going to be our last match of the day. God, I hope so. I hope I didn't quickly. Oh, by the way, you got another one at 7 tonight. Nope. All right, we are done. Good. All right, players, I'm going to drop some more pieces in the chat. Take a moment if you need it. 2009B0. All right, look at that. Bendy taking responsibility. Imagine. Imagine taking responsibility for one's own actions in 2025. Imagine. All right, both players have signaled ready. Both players are on seed. Let's go ahead and get them started. Gold up 2-0. Bendy has got to win to stay in the match and in the tournament. All right, we are underway here in game number 3. Our next scheduled CTM matches, by the way, are on Monday and Tuesday. Monday night here in the U.S. at 7 p.m., which I guess is midnight UTC, the beginning of Tuesday. Right? So it's end of Monday, beginning of Tuesday. That's going to be Peak versus Scooty in Das Masters Yellow, top 16. And then the following day, there's some Masters action. It's going to be the top 16 meme of Masters. Yeah, meme versus Guafi, Cole versus Tugi, the blue and purple bracket. And then more or less after that, Dog versus Dangler, winner versus Wallbant in the green and teal side. So 1 match Monday night and 5 Masters matches on Tuesday. 172 for gold, but nothing scheduled for tomorrow, which is beautiful. And I'm sure I'm commentator cursing my own schedule right now. 173 for gold. Tetris for Bendy, 217. Yeah, Joe, we're probably going to find a way to do something for September. All right, Tetris gold 212. 288. Bendy, oh, the Spire. Bendy going to get that long bar around that J piece. the Blue Jay. But it might not be a traditional qualifying period. I want to try to find a way to do it, but again, I still have some stuff at the apartment that I need to have resolved to it, so I can be confident that I will actually be able to stream next month. So. $385 for Bendy, $284 for gold. Bendy's open on the left well. Is continuing to have to pile on the right. Gets a long bar over. Bendy going to try to... Oh, nice series of burns there for Bendy to get clean. Long bar over Tetris. Bendy 439. And gold with a very dependent board right now. And really, game forcing Bendy to keep piling over on the right side and maintain this left well. Another left well Tetris for Bendy. See what he's going to do. $666 Tim says, what happened in the first two games? Well, the results of the first two games you can see in Gold's boxes here. Clocksboy says, a Tetris stream that works. Nice. Why, is there a Tetris stream that doesn't work right now? Is Vandy getting evicted? Says Lapis Lazuli. No, I'm changing my name and my address so that people on the internet can't go to my house. $536 for Bendy, $414 for gold. Ooh. Oh no, some misdrops here for gold on 19, and this is sort of compounding. And yeah, it's compounding the errors here with additional misdrops, and it's just, you know, not even misdrops. He's just trying to cope with what he's got, and that's going to be a top out for gold. So Bendy is good in game number 3. Darn, Tim, you're really motivating me right now. Says gold. Oh, it's CTWC Minneapolis. They've tried to go live like 12 times. I don't like to hear that. You know, all those regionals, those are put on just by volunteers, by people in the community. For the most part, they're just kind of put on a shoestring with no support. So it's just people doing it for the love of the, you know, getting people together to play Tetris. So I don't like to hear that. And I know how it feels because of having run events. So not fun. BC2, F72, BC2. I don't know. Somebody was off seed there. It's Bendy. BC2, F72. Okay, looks like both players are good. Game number 4, Gold versus Bendy. Bendy looking to win to force a decider in 3-2-1 Tetris. Oh, whoops. Get that seed checker out of there. Ugly. Game 4 underway. Bendy in that 34 seed, I think, surprising some people here, but doesn't matter. You just got to get in. Then you can earn your way back through. Tetris for Bendy, 116. Gold going to clear the ceiling off the well, get the long bar in Tetris 77,000. So early lead for Bendy. $209 for Bendy, 130 for Gold here in this round 1 matchup. The winner of this gets the privilege of playing Giovanni in round 2. So even, you know, Giovanni not qualifying in the top 8. So he's got a, what, 15 seed? Is that what he's at? Of course, he's a former DAS Masters winner, the reigning CTWC DAS champion. $292 for Bendy. There's a Tetris for him. 315 Gold, back by nearly 100,000 points. You know, 91,000, something like that. I don't know. How does math work? 94,000? I don't know. Tetris Bendy, 360. All right, Gold starting to find a rhythm. Tetris Bendy, 409. So one line apart. Bendy ahead by about 94,000. It's about 4.5 Tetrises. What? Oh, incidentally, what was it that was what was the technical issue with the Minneapolis Regional? Was it Tetris Champs? Was it internet? Just curious. Internet? Yeah. That was always the big problem at ours because we didn't use Tetris Champs. Well, we were going to try to use Tetris Champs, but just decided. They were like, well, we should really try. And then, you know, it gave us about 3 minutes worth of resistance and problems. I said, nah, just scrap it. I don't want to deal with this all day. Doesn't seem like they are using Tetris Champs. I think it's very wise. It's a great, it's great technology, but I think, and it's not even Nestor's stamp that's mostly the problem. It's the analog connections that happen, and one of them jostles around and creates an interruption, and then Nestor's stamps can't handle it. Tetris here for Bendy, he's on 19567, or just underpowered computers, right? People bringing it. Oh, we're going to run in Tetris champs, and the computers are underpowered, and they're just trying to do too much on computers that are too old. Yeah, and clone consoles. So that's the other thing I've heard. So, Chef Boyard Jeebs with the sub on Twitch. Thank you, Chef. Appreciate that. 575 for Bendy, level 20, 498 for gold. So, yeah, I mean, it's great technology. I think it's so cool. But it does seem... And it's not even the technology itself. It's more like just the environments, the operating environment, and all the other variables, like just the different captures. And if you try to do it online, players, their captures can be janky. And I don't know if anything can be robust enough to weather all the different variables that it has to deal with. But if you have a stable environment with everything known and computer that can handle it, it's great. 546 for gold, 702 for Bendy. Remember Lone Star Friendlies? You guys spent way too long. Lone Star Friendlies 2023. Like, it was way too long. Just who cares? Like, people are just there to play Tetris, Not to see, like, pixel perfect images, you know what I mean? 721 for Bendy. And I think that's what people have to remember. $754 for Bendy. Like, I'd rather play Tetris, play more Tetris than have less Tetris, but with the Tetris rate display, Oh man, Bendy is in trouble. Bendy trying to eke out whatever he can. And that's going to be a top for Bendy at 758. Chasedown target for gold is 759. Bendy just going to sit and watch and wait for his fate. So 80,000 approximately to go. And he's, gold only has 18 lines until level 29. So this is not like trivial. 2 Tetrises would do it. He's got 12 lines to work with. And I mean, how many times have you gone multiple levels without a Tetris? So this is not a slam dunk. There's 1 Tetris for gold. All right, he's trying to get set up. He is almost set up, and he is now set up, and the long bar comes, and gold is going to take this one 3-1 in a Chasedown. Chasedown still not easy in 2025, and I think it's harder in DAS because, the margin of error is so much narrower in DAS. I mean, one mess up and you're just done, so nerves are really a big deal in DAS Chasedowns. So GG's to Bendy, GG's to gold. But it is going to be gold moving on to the top 8. So let's go ahead and report this one. What is this? Green? Green. 3-1. Monthly Tetris. That's where we are. Okay. Well, we did it. We did 4 matches, patchwork style, just different brackets, different things. We made some progress in this tournament. That's what you like to see. Let's show you that early round bracket. Here it is. My little arrow. Let's refresh this. And now you can see gold is right here. What is happening? Tim says North Macedonia #1, America who? That's right. How powerful is your main computer, Vandy? Core i7, 256 gigabytes of RAM, I would guess. I don't know, whatever this Mac is. I don't know. I have a MacBook Pro. I think it's an M. I don't remember what it is. I don't know. So, but I have 2 MacBook Pros, basically. All right, so there's gold right there. So let's review what we have accomplished today. One thing that has been accomplished is that... Oh, wait. Round of 8. Where's my... Oh, I need my arrow to walk you through. Let me get my arrow, guys. All right, here's my arrow. Control-C and Control-V. All right. What we have done today, everyone, is we have moved Avgeek into the round of 8. She defeated #1 seed Merker. Leo has gotten into the top 8. Chroma is in the top 8. This is what we have accomplished in the last, 15 hours. So Chroma and Leo are in. Leo defeated, you just saw it, Bendy. Chroma defeated Alex T in an interesting match. Nenu is in. Nenu defeated Torzsa. That's right. And the other thing that we have accomplished is that we have acquired... Vandy, is this the same month of Das Masters that I played a couple weeks ago? Or have I missed the qual? No, you're out of this tournament. You were beaten by Miles. No, you beat Miles. Tugi beat you. Leo beat Tugi. You're still in. Same month. Okay, so, and then in the green bracket, we have put username gold into this. And then one other thing that we have accomplished is that we have found a suitable torso for Torzsa. So... So we've accomplished a lot. We have accomplished a lot. We did a lot today. Is that a Bondville? No, that's Torzsa. Torzsa's huge. You didn't know how huge Torzsa is? Chen says looks Photoshop. What are you talking? I don't have Photoshop. I don't know how to use Photoshop. What are you talking about? Here, Torzsa, right there. Okay, well, this is what we have done. Das Masters, August 2025, top 8. We got 4 people in. We are half filled out. What's the rest of everything else look like? Well, we still have to do Peak versus Blue Scooty. I feel very powerful with this arrow now. That's going to be Monday night. We're doing that one Monday night. And then this one, yeah, this and this is going to be Wednesday night. Wednesday night, 7 p.m. in the U.S. Wednesday night, which is midnight UTC, Wednesday into Thursday, right? So end of Wednesday, beginning of Thursday, UTC. Do you understand? That is when that is. Okay. Well, I want to thank everybody for hanging out and for supporting the stream. New follower Blobsy and Aaron Hong, Twitch sub Lapis and Chef Boyard Jeebs and Raid Adam Irish. So that was the whole thing. We didn't have any. other things going on. My God, y'all. It's 4 hours. That's all we had. Wow. That is, I appreciate it, but it's not a lot. Oh, man. Less than minimum wage, guys. What the heck? All right. We also had some support to the prize pool. We got up to $780, so we're just $220 away from meeting our top 8 incentive. Big shout to Scott Gray again for that huge contribution. Really appreciate that. We also had some contributions from Pseudo Canards at Go Tugi. Yep, Tugi Goad. Summer B said, the devil made me do it. My girlfriend. All right, Summer B, thank you. Colin, the $5 says for AI Torzsa. So thank you. And then, of course, again, Scott Gray with that 500. Appreciate that. If you want to support the channel, patreon.com/monthly Tetris, where you can make an ongoing pledge of support to support this channel. Just like these people are doing right here. Scott Gray, Jane, the Window, K9, Tacky, Corporal Shelby, Troy Dan, Kim M, Rogue Potato, Cat Kit, Mila, Jason, and like 4 other people that are not on this slide, but I will get you on there. Well, that's it. I will see you guys on Monday, unless something gets last minute scheduled for tomorrow. Kind of cross my fingers that doesn't happen. So I could really use the time to do some stuff. But if it does, well, then I guess I will see you then. YouTube, Jungle Cook, Marktris, Anime Cat, Ego Chip, all the stars, Steel, Sushi Man, Drunken Eye, Sergio, thanks for hanging out. Take care. See you later. Bye-bye. All right. Are they actually going over there on Classic Tetris? Is like something actually happening? Oh, I hear myself. I sound horrible. All right. Are they actually going? Raid Frantel. Frantel? Who's Frantel? Frantel? No, there is a Frantel, but oh, you mean Fractal? Fractal's not live right now. So yeah, they must be having some trouble over there, right? Shoot. What is the problem? So it's internet. It's all internet. That's the problem. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and raid Tetris Wars. You can watch Arcadian. I still don't really understand what Arcadian is or means or anything about it, but I guess that's what's happening. So you can go ahead and watch Tetris Wars. Wowies. We'll see y'all later. Have a beautiful day, week, month, year, and life. Take care, y'all. Bye-bye.